What is going on, guys? It's me, Vikkstar123, and I have some Team 1 in the Chamber gameplay as requested by yourselves. A few people said we've been doing too many location-specific ones, and they said just mix it back up with some playstyle kind of stuff, and that's exactly what we've got. So pretty much the rules were that when you spawn, you get a bullet, you shoot that bullet, you get another bullet. If you miss, then you have to knife to get another bullet, as demonstrated nearly there. Now we're watching some gameplay from my good friend Virgino, and he goes on an absolute tear in this gameplay, so it's pretty cool to watch. And I've added a little bit of extra speed to the gameplay because people that play hardcore, they're slow. I mean it. I've never really played hardcore seriously. It's just like I can't deal with a respawn timer on Team Deathmatch. No thank you. And also another thing that I cannot deal with is just the lack of radar. People, sitting in corners all the time. So, this game was slow, but that was some nice accuracy there with the Magnum. And I'm going to get on to my topic for this video, which is, and wait for it, it's what happens after you die. So, the concept of this used to scare the hell out of me, but these days, I'm not entirely bothered about it, But just yesterday, after training, we were all just stood around talking about it and just kind of thinking, after you die, and one of my friends saying, there's so much that there's so many coincidences, evolution is so perfect, there are so many variables that mean we exist. The Earth is the perfect distance from the sun, it has the perfect amount of water, it has not been hit by an asteroid, all that kind of stuff. We're in the perfect solar system, blah de blah de blah. It's been stable for long enough for life to develop for so long, all that kind of stuff. And he's saying basically none of that's a coincidence, and after you die there's got to be something more, there's got to be some kind of explanation, some kind of meaning. And then kind of my response to that was that the universe, it's infinitely large, at least as far as we know. It's constantly expanding, we don't know where the edge of it is, and because of that, probability states that anything's possible, and one of those things is in actual fact us. So my kind of logic is that of course you want to believe that there's something after you die. Of course that's what you I mean, it's fair enough, that's something we want to make ourselves believe, but personally I really don't think there's anything. I just think that we're humans, and once we're gone, we're gone. I mean, you were nothing before you were born. It wasn't so terrible before you were born, and you're nothing after you die. It's just, there's just nothing. It's just you cease to exist. Now, then my friend came back with, well, if you think about it, there could have been a life before you were born. You just didn't remember it, and there could be a life after you die. You just won't remember this one. But then I kind of think to the point that, well, if I'm not going to remember this life at all, then I don't think I'm going to refuse to believe that it actually happened. I mean, I don't think I'd be me if I didn't have, I mean, I am, substance of my creation, all of my memories and everything. That's what makes me who I am. And if I forgot all of that in another life, then I don't think I'd be the same person. I'd be a completely different person, because you're shaped by what you experience. So I kind of rejected that point, although as plausible as it may be, reincarnation, maybe, is there a heaven there? For all we know, there completely could be. Of course, you're never going to know, and I don't think I don't think humans will ever know what happens after you die, and whether there is something or not. Everything's equally as likely. Just in my personal opinion, I think that there's not much. I mean, it's really difficult for me to say that. I'm not saying that, I'm right in this, I've died, I know what happens. No, I'm completely guessing here, but if I had to take a guess, that's what I'd say. And I'd be really interested to hear what you guys had to say if you were to take a guess at what you think happens. I mean, obviously it is a wonderfully nice thing to believe that there's a heaven after you die, where everything's perfect and you can do whatever you want, but to be honest, we could all end up going to hell, because I'm sure we've all done some pretty sinful things in our times. But I'd rather not live to the concept of that. And that's by no means to say that I'm not religious, I don't believe in heaven or hell. That means I'm going to be an evil person and forget moral values and go and kill people and do immoral stuff. Of course not. I mean, I think it's integral in human nature to have morals and coexist together. And, you know, that's a whole nother conversation. You know, is religion necessary? I mean, my outtake on religion, in a nutshell, I'll give you quickly before this gameplay ends, is that religion was necessary to explain things we couldn't explain in the past, and it served as a great way to provide morals and all that kind of stuff to be taught it. But beyond that, I don't think it serves much of a purpose, and I feel I can practice those morals without all of the religious background. But anyway, that's the video. I've overtalked myself a little bit. If you'd like to hear me talk a bit more about religion, I could by all means do that. But anyway, this is an outro with previous episode, random episode, and subscribe. See you guys.